USA vs. India. The clash of titans. The USA and India are two of the most powerful nations in the world. In this video, we'll compare them on economic and military strength to determine which one is superior. So let's get started. Economic comparison. The United States of America has the largest economy in the world, with a GDP of $26 trillion. This makes it around 5 times larger than that of India, which has a GDP of around $5.3 trillion. This is primarily due to the fact that the US has a more developed economy that has been growing for many years. The US also has a higher per capita income at around $64,000 compared to India's $1,900. This means that on average, people in the US earn more money than those in India. However, it is worth noting that India's economy is growing at a faster rate than the US, and is expected to overtake it in the near future. In terms of purchasing power parity, which takes into account the cost of living in each country, India actually ranks higher than the US. This means that although the US has a larger economy, the average person in India has more purchasing power than the average person in the US. For example, if you were to buy the same goods and services in both countries, you would find that they cost less in India than they do in the United States. Additionally, India has a younger population than the US, which means that it has a larger and cheaper workforce. This gives India a significant advantage when it comes to economic growth and development. As the Indian workforce continues to grow and develop, it is likely that India's economy will continue to grow as well. Another factor that contributes to the economic power of the US is its status as a global reserve currency. The US dollar is widely accepted around the world as a means of exchange, and is considered to be a safe and reliable currency. This gives the US government more control over the global economy than it would otherwise have. Additionally, the US has a highly developed financial sector that is home to some of the world's largest banks and financial institutions. This gives the US access to a large pool of capital that can be used to fund economic growth and development. However, it's not all good news for the US. Despite its strong economy, the country has a high level of national debt, which could pose a risk to its long-term economic stability. Additionally, the US is facing stiff competition from other economies, such as China and India, which are growing at a rapid pace. If these countries continue to grow at their current rates, they could overtake the US and become the world's largest economies. India, on the other hand, has a number of advantages that could help it to overcome the US and become the world's leading economy. As mentioned earlier, India has a young and growing population, which provides it with a significant advantage in terms of workforce. Additionally, India is home to a large number of highly skilled workers, particularly in the fields of technology and engineering. This gives the country an edge when it comes to innovation and technological advancement. Furthermore, India has a strong agricultural sector which provides food security for its citizens, and also provides raw materials for its growing industries. The country has a large amount of arable land and a favorable climate which allows for year-round farming. Despite these advantages, India faces several challenges that could hinder its economic growth. Corruption and bureaucratic inefficiency are major issues that could discourage investment and stifle innovation. Additionally, India's infrastructure is not as developed as that of the US, which could limit its ability to transport goods and services efficiently. Moreover, India's access to natural resources is limited, which could constrain its industrial and technological development. Military comparison, the US has a significantly larger military than India. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, the US spends over $700 billion annually on its military, while India spends around $76 billion. The US also has a larger and more advanced arsenal of weapons, including more nuclear warheads, aircraft carriers, and a more capable air force. Furthermore, the US has a larger and more experienced military personnel with over 1.5 million active soldiers compared to India's 1.5 million. The US also has a higher number of military bases around the world, giving it a strategic advantage in various regions. Additionally, the US has a longer history of military intervention and has been involved in numerous conflicts throughout the world. This experience has helped to develop and refine its military strategies and tactics. On the other hand, India has made significant progress in recent years in modernizing and expanding its military capabilities. India has been investing heavily in research and development, particularly in areas such as missile technology and aircraft manufacturing. It has also made efforts to improve its defense infrastructure and has been developing new and innovative defense technologies. Despite these efforts, India's military spending is still relatively low compared to that of the US and other major powers. Furthermore, India's military is not as globally active as that of the US, and it has not been involved in many large-scale conflicts recently. This lack of experience may limit its ability to respond effectively to various military scenarios. Additionally, India faces several geopolitical challenges that could impact its military security. It has ongoing territorial disputes with neighboring countries, and it is located in a region that is home to several nuclear-armed countries. In addition to its military strength, the US also has a significant intelligence apparatus that plays a key role in its national security strategy. The US has a vast network of intelligence agencies that collect and analyze information from around the world. This intelligence apparatus is particularly important in the context of counterterrorism efforts, as well as in gathering information on potential threats to the US and its allies. The US intelligence community is highly advanced and sophisticated, and is widely considered to be among the best in the world. It utilizes cutting-edge technology and employs some of the brightest minds in the field of intelligence analysis. India, on the other hand, has a smaller and less sophisticated intelligence apparatus. While India has made significant investments in improving its intelligence capabilities, it still faces several challenges. One of the main challenges is the lack of a comprehensive national intelligence strategy. India's intelligence agencies operate in a fragmented manner, and there is a need for better coordination and integration. Aditya, India's intelligence agencies are often understaffed and underfunded, which can hamper their effectiveness. Moreover, India faces unique intelligence challenges due to its large size and diverse population. It is difficult to monitor and gather intelligence on a wide range of threats that could potentially emanate from within the country. Which country is superior? Based on the above comparison, it is clear that the US is a more powerful country than India. Its economy is larger and more developed, and its military is more advanced and capable. However, it is important to note that India is a rapidly growing country, and it has the potential to become a major power in the world. While the US may be more powerful than India currently, this may not always be the case. Ultimately, the question of which country is superior is subjective and depends on the criteria that are used to make the comparison. There is no clear consensus on this issue, and different people will have different opinions. Some may argue that the US is superior due to its economic and military strength, while others may argue that India's potential for growth and development makes it the superior country. It is also worth noting that these two countries have a close relationship and are strategic partners. The US and India share a number of common interests and values, and their cooperation on issues such as counterterrorism and non-proliferation is crucial for global security. The US sees India as a key player in the Indo-Pacific region and is committed to deepening its relationship with the country. Both countries have been conducting joint military exercises and sharing intelligence to counter terrorism and other threats. Additionally, the US is also providing India with advanced military technology and equipment. In conclusion, while the US may be considered the more powerful country today, India has the potential to become a major power in the world. Both countries have a close relationship and are working together on a number of important issues. Only time will tell how the balance of power between these two countries will evolve in the future. What do you think? Which country is superior? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more informative content. Thanks for watching.